1613. Good luck. We played a couple of times before. That could have been in any time control. If you hover over there and you see your score, if you click on that, it'll bring up the games that you've played before. E4. Let's do a random opening and play G6 for this one. Our opponent, 31,000 games of rapid. Oh, blimey, that's a lot of rapid. That's someone very experienced in rapid chess. I've done 1100. He goes for a very bold setup. Okay, let's just develop. Probably going to chip away at the centre, probably, but let's just see. Okay, so he's played knight up, so I'm going to launch the centre. He comes forward, so I think we can just get the bishop up and maybe pawn up something like this. Don't want to do e6 immediately, I don't think I do. Let's play bishop up, then e6, then try and bring the knight up. It's turning into a bit of a Caro French type position that you often get, isn't it? One of those type of positions. So let's just develop the knight, prepare the castle, then prepare maybe c5 or b6, or just knight across or c5 immediately. c5 just sacks a pawn. We could even go b6 and do a proper pawn sack. Okay, so he's played knight forward to trade our bishop. We don't want to forget the bishop's under attack there. If we drop back, is there any way to avoid it? I think we have to trade, don't we? That's basically why we went up first outside the pawn chain. So I've got knight forward here to hit the pawn. He can easily guard it. There is a check threat though, so got to be careful. If a castle, is he going to launch one? Possibly. Possibly. So are we better off just preparing to go the other side? Maybe. Let's play our knight up, hit the pawn. I might have been better doing the knight this way and here, but we're just trying to get developed. I'm going to prepare queenside castling just in case. Okay, so he just pushes up. I'm playing queen up just so I can prepare the queenside castling. It does cause a problem here potentially, but he's gone kingside, so on that basis I'll go kingside. Maybe knight up. I've got to move this knight now and do this c5 idea. So we've ended up a little bit bogged down. We might even have to play a move like f6. We've given our opponent a good position here. That's a bit problematic. Yeah, he's coming straight forward. So what about f5? If he takes, we've got rook takes. There isn't a sack here, is there? Knight back doesn't do a lot. Knight out the way just to try and prepare c5, but he's going for this brute force attack, and so I need this or this, or let's just push this pawn and kick the knight and see what he does. I don't think an immediate sack works, but it might do. But yeah, this is going to be a bit of a problem position, this one, a problem game. I think I'm going to put the knight forward there. I might need queen across or back with a view to go in here if that knight moves, but we need to try and chip away at this otherwise. Tricky position. If my knight goes here, this one could get stuck. So what's he got in mind? Back, queen across again, this knight gets stuck, queen back. Just depends how aggressive he wants to be. Oh, he's happy for the knight trade. Well, I'm quite pleased to see that. I didn't think we'd get that. So we'll take. So I've got queen here or queen here as my candidate moves. I don't think I want the knight here. So, mind you, knight across gives me a threat to go here in the c5 idea. Queen here, c moves. Am I just going to push? Yeah, let's play queen across. I'm very happy to enter an endgame, so I'll play queen across, see if our opponent's looking for that, or they're looking to play on. So he has indeed dropped the queen back, so we need to do something about this, but what or how do we do it? I think knight out wide is the obvious move in it. Let's play that, just threatening to jump in. But I'm really just trying to prepare c5 and maybe b6 and sack a pawn just to open the centre up. He's played forward, so if I go here and he takes here, he takes, queen takes, it could collapse, it could do. Let's go b6 first, support the knight, give the knight an emergency square while we prepare c5. He's got a very nice position, only white's got more space here. Okay, and I've just blundered there, not paying attention. So here, he can take. I guess we can sidestep, but it doesn't feel good, does it? So I think we should give up the exchange. So Let's just step across and give up the exchange here. He's playing this rather well. He's doing very, very well here, isn't he? Very well. Okay, I'm just gonna... Might I say I'm gonna launch c5? That might be a mistake now. Might be. What about queen here to hit the pawn first? Here he just takes, doesn't he? I've got queen here, maybe. Let's go here and try and... I just want to be a bit careful about the kingside attack. I don't want to get these two offside, but I'm trying to create a distraction and open the centre up. But it just opens it up maybe for his rooks. We could be in real trouble this one. We couldn't have found this one difficult to survive. I mean, lost the exchange. And white just needs to be solid and not blunder a piece. And then if it simplifies down, it will just be better for white in the end game. So he's chosen to kick us back. So if we go here now and attack the pawn, I like the idea that the knight's got the emergency square. So we're just creating a very simple basic threat. And that's all it is. He can just simply guard it with a rook, and then there's not much we can do. What do we do? What do we do? Do we go here? That's exactly what he's done. So is he looking to launch one? He could. I want to play rook across just so if this pawn moves, we can put some pressure on. And maybe queen back and prepare c5, something like that. Knight's a bit misplaced, but if he ever pushes, we've got a nice square. And I guess we could trade the knight off, but the more pieces come off, the more difficulty we could be in. And he has pushed forward. I didn't expect that. I think I should take and maybe drop back and then try and play c6. Oh, he is happy for the knight trade. Okay. Am I able to grab a pawn here, I wonder? Can I avoid it and take and hit the two rooks? If the knight moves, you have to really attack my queen, but you can't go there or... Well, here, can you actually get away with this? Excuse me, you attack my queen and my knight. So I can take. Two rooks for a queen, but my knight might well be trapped. So here, that could be the move. But I've got queen upright. Takes, queen takes, rook takes. It's still problematic. So here, I think this weird move, that's the move. Knight takes, rook takes, knight takes. It doesn't quite work for me. So we're going to have to take. I don't want to. I want to take here. But I'm trusting that he doesn't find this move, and I think he will. Takes, rook takes, knight takes. Something like queen across the knight's just finished, isn't it? Just finished. Yeah, let's just take. It's too dangerous. He should just take the rook. That's what he does. And there's no way to guard this pawn realistically. It's just poor, isn't it? Let's go forward then. Let him take and we'll try and take here. I think this one's basically already done. It just feels finished, this one. I've got to gamble now. I've got to gamble. There's nothing else to do. He's only 1400 in blitz and not even 900 in bullet. It looks unusual, but it is what it is. You should just take here or double the rook up. If you're in doubt, double your piece up so you can't blunder a piece. There's no threat to the actual pawn. I can chuck it forward and it just loses a pawn. So that's what he's done to guard. But now I can actually play forward and he can't take with a pawn. So here might be a move, but I think he wants me to take. So here is no good. That's no good. Maybe I can play bishop back. c5. I might do c5. I think I can play it. Let's play it. I'm going to try and play him back. I don't think it's actually a principally good move, but I think the pawn's lost anyway. I expect a move more like queen here. We'll drop back and he'll just push on, something like that. If I take, queen takes, rook takes, then he's just going to collect here. I needed my bishop here, really, so it's not ideal. Yeah, and he's found the move. He's playing it perfectly this game. He's playing it perfectly. There's nothing I can do. Yeah, if your opponent finds all the top moves, then there's not much you can do about it, is there? So, If down a take, he just has to, well, actually he can't take back immediately, can he? Down a take, he'd just drop his rook back and behind. Although, can I push on? Can we push on? Because now I can come here, right, and I'm threatened to capture here. This was the idea I wanted. So if I take, I've got bishop up, but he's still maybe got this. But I think we're threatening to win a pawn now, and bishop here. If I can just get that, it kind of forms a little bit of a barrier. So if he pushes now, I can take back and 2 attack it, 2 defend it, and we're threatening just to push on. I have a connect 4, but we're threatening to take, and if anything takes back, we've got bishop to create a pin. But he's obviously going to see that. He's playing really well, so he must see basic moves like that, you would assume. So what's his solution? He launches on that side. So do we just take here now then? I think we do. I think we just take the pawn now and try and free up the bishop. He can't really miss that, can he? You can't really miss that. But if I get the bishop here and pawn here to solidify, I can maybe try and free up the queen and the rook to do something else. Yeah, he's gone across. So here, I think he can just push, right? But right now, if he took 2 rooks or a queen, it's a rook and bishop against a queen. That's no good. So here, he'll just play here. Yeah, he's just played the perfect game. He just played it really, really amazingly well. And I'm not in time to do this because he just takes. So I can't go there either. So we might as well just chuck the pawn, just get it chucked. Try and get the bishop into the game, get the queen up somewhere, but I don't actually think this is feasible. It is what it is. He can just simply drop back. We can push again. He can simply drop back again. We can pretend that we're going to guard it for maybe a move, but I don't see how we get it planted. I need something like this. I've got to plant the pawn with the bishop where he has to sack an exchange to shift it. Or there's not much happening for me. I don't think I can go along this line because the pawn is just going to be lost. But if we can get the pawn here, bishop here, pawn here, and plant it, then it's not quite so risky trading. But eventually I think he can simplify it down. But yeah, my bet. Oh, he's blundered. What the heck? That must be a blunder. He's done that deliberately though, hasn't he? No, it's not a blunder. He's done it deliberately. So take, he takes here. Then a queen. And then he takes my rook. So gain a rook, lose a queen, and get the queen back, and then lose a rook. And I've lost my pawn as well. I think he's played that deliberately. So take, he goes here, and I take. Can he stop me queening? That's the question. I don't think he can. I think I take here. And I think I take back here rather than queening. I think I take here, and he's got to stop this. But here, if he goes here, what do I do? No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've been hasty there. Rook here. Oh god, sorry. Rook here. I think he can play rook back, so I think I have to queen. And he's just simplifying. He's got rid of our pawn, hasn't he? So I might have to gamble then, but what do you do after here? There's no way to protect the pawn, is there? So we have to get the queen back now and give up the rook. Yeah, he's calculated that all out. It's rather advanced, that. He's done that rather well, hasn't he? Rather advanced. Let's just throw a check in. But there's nothing I can do here. I'll just break the pin so I can move the bishop. Yeah, he's playing this way, way, way above his level. Yeah, he plays forward, so let's just push. Unbelievable. There's got to be a way to just pile the pressure on the pawn now, hasn't there? Like, say, rook here, queen here. And unless I've got endless checks, then there's not a lot I can do. It's all I can do is hope that because the king is relatively open, I can give endless checks and try and draw. Or we get a complete blunder, like if the king goes here and you get some sort of freak blunder. Oh, he's pushed forward, so he doesn't want that. So surely, well, he wants takes, doesn't he, to open things up. So what if I go here first? Or do I need queen back to hit the rook? But he's threatening a check, and then I lose my bishop. Now, he's played this so amazingly, it's unbelievable. But here just opens a foul. We can't do that, so we have to push. Now is he going to just play a move like this? Yeah, he's played this just, every move's perfect, isn't it? There's nothing for me here whatsoever. Here, he'll just tuck himself away. Maybe I've got to check, I'm not sure. But queen down, you double hit the bishop moves, you just checkmated, so here, back and queen in. So he's gone there. There's no way for me to give a check, is there? I have to be able to give a check. So how do I do it? I've got to maybe go here then. There's no other square to go to, is there? I can't go on the light squares, so I'm trying to check from behind. Nothing else I can do, but I'm still down on the clock. I've got to play quickly now. If he goes back, I can maybe check here and grab a pawn, but all I can aim for is repetitions or a bit of luck, a blunder somewhere. Okay, he's gone there, so we'll check. He's surely not going to repeat, but as he almost blundered, he's lucky, isn't he? He's fortunate there. I wonder whether I can throw this in when he's here, and he'll have to go here, but he can go there. Oh, I don't actually have a check next move now, I've just realised mine playing that. That's a bit unfortunate. Oh, I don't have that either, what the heck? I'm just trying to find some tricks, but I can't get my bishop in. If I could get the bishop and the queen in to attack, maybe, but I don't see it. Let's drop back and try and free up the bishop. And it might get his rook active in the defense as well. Just drop your rook back, I guess. It doesn't really... Oh, I'm going to say it doesn't matter about this pawn. It does, doesn't it? What the heck? Because he checks here, but there. No, he can't give up the rook here and take the pawn. But he's going to come in. So he has gone back. But check. I'm going to try and go here. Allow this and then maybe queen in, something like that. Oh, he stepped forward. What the heck? How the heck's he found these moves? Let's go here. Yeah, this is just different level how he's played this. And if I release the bishop, he's got the queen here to come in. And then the back rank. So takes. Yeah, no, this is something very unusual, this one. Just drop back. Yeah, this is too good to be true, this game. This one is too good to be true. Go here. He's just played too many good moves too precisely, I think. That's what it feels like. I'd like to be wrong, but that's what it feels like. Check, I've only got one move, so I don't need to think. Rook down. It's just going to finish the game unless I've got endless repetitions. So the only thing is his king's open. And he doesn't have a one-move sack. That's not a checkmate. And the queen's under attack if he doesn't pin the bishop. Okay, so now for check on check. Might be a mistake taking the pawn. I'm just trying to find checks. So check. If I could get him on a dark square, or he goes behind the rook, then I'm okay. Oh, he has. He's made the mistake. Now he can't move the rook and there's no queen check. He's gone wrong. That's unbelievable. I can now check and just trade everything off. Oh boy. How the heck have we done that? So worst case, I can just check and collect here. So we might as well do that. He's just out of time now. He's only got one move. We've somehow swindled it. How the heck did we do that? He played that game unbelievably well. Let's see what it was in engine speak. 50 moves, so they're the move times. He played that incredibly well, didn't he? It might not be in engine language, we'll find out shortly, but it felt like he played that rather well. I've just been extremely fortunate there. So let's see what it was in actual engine speak now. See, we're better on that final couple of moves. Yeah, we're worse here. Oh, it's blundered back to level. Oh, it's blundered all over the shop. Wow, +6 and then it's blundered away again. So there's been a key blunder somewhere. Move 30. Move 29, 30. We just missed a key blunder. We blundered it straight back. +6. We've just missed something. But yeah, then we're worse. Then it's level there. But we've just been outplayed most of the game, haven't we? Just been completely outplayed most of the game. But one of them games with lots of mistakes and blunders then. So what are the figures? 78 and 75. But there's some key blunders coming up. So again, most of the opening, you see nothing's been flagged much for either player. Just playing a different opening here, but then it's quickly turned into a slightly uncomfortable position, and you can see white gets played all this opening phase tremendously well. I should have been playing f6, yeah. Half looked at that, didn't I, but didn't look at it well enough. And then you just felt like, yeah, I was getting a bit offside here. I looked at that move as well, but I didn't like what I saw. But that's what I should have done. c5, d takes, and then I presume you maybe move the rook somewhere, say the light square. You just take another pawn and move the queen, but I just judged it was better to give up the exchange, but suddenly we're -3 in effect. And I should have played the queen forward instead of retreating there. And I should have gone for this line that I looked at. I thought he had this. So I should have played that. I thought he had knight to a5, which he does. It's whether he would have seen that move. I think he would have done the way he was playing. Yeah, queen d5 I'd seen, and then he just takes, and then he's going to take on c7, right? Yeah. And then still just the exchange down. I didn't assess this as being brilliant when I looked at it. And we've just lost that exchange. I was trying to keep material on the board, but it was the best line that I could have done. So taking was a blunder. And then we're just trying to maneuver here, but then there's a key blunder about to come up, rook to c2. And what did I miss to not punish it? Takes was correct. I should have gone with the rook, I'm guessing. I should have taken the rook, but after queen across, I didn't see how to keep this. That's why I didn't, but I was right to think, yeah, I should have done that. Queen c3. Oh, bishop b4 and you can't take. That's nice, isn't it? Because you've got this. And if you check, I just sidestep, and if you take the rook, I get my queen back. I missed that one key move, and you can't take because of check. And if you can't take it, what do you do? If you go here, I check your takes and a queen, and I've got the queen and bishop against the queen. It's that one key move, bishop to b4, that I missed. Okay, so that's why it ended up being better for white again. But it's still fightable here. Now it's back to level again after that move. So h5 was correct. We're just trying to maneuver it around. I tried a little trick there. You know, it just gives your opponent a chance to blunder. He's not going to blunder the way he was playing, of course, but queen should have come all the way across here instead of here. I guess that blocks the bishop, doesn't it? It blocks the bishop. And I should have gone forward there. I was just trying to hit the rook, but again, that might have been a mistake driving his rook back. So it's still level here. Then we have another blip. I should have gone here instead of here. So that's another little blip. And it's suddenly better for white again. But it's back to level with that. We grabbed a pawn, and then he just made that one simple mistake. We can get the pin, and then here, you've only got one move, and we can now take the rook. And we're winning the game. That's unbelievable that we won that one. No idea how we did that.